The real estate market in the city of Vancouver has been moving through a transition since late February. That transition accelerated recently, and there's been some over-the-top, unexpected sale prices. This is leading to some chatter about the real estate market being on fire again. But is it? In this market report video, which is specific for the city of Vancouver, I'm going to take a closer look at some of the recent sales, including the ones that were over the top, and discuss what's been going on with the condo, townhome, and detached homes market on the east side and the west side of Vancouver. I'll share some tips for buyers and sellers, including some costly mistakes that buyers can make during these types of market transitions that can cost them tens of thousands of dollars. And I'll shed some light on the question, is the real estate market in the city of Vancouver on fire again? Hey, what's up guys? Manny Graywell here with Oakwyn Realty. I help my clients successfully navigate through their buying and selling journeys while protecting their best interests and helping them make informed decisions. Let's start off by going over some of the characteristics that usually indicate that the market is on fire. One, and the most obvious, demand is much higher than supply. Two, there's very high sales to active listings ratios, 40% or above, that are sustained for several months. 3, offer review dates are the norm, with many homes selling on the offer review date, with the winning offer being conditionless. 4, a large percentage of the listings are selling at 5% or above the asking price for several months. And 5, many homes are selling for considerably above their market values. For the sake of time and simplicity, I'll be dividing up the city of Vancouver into 6 general markets: the condo, townhome, and detached home markets on the east side, and then the condo, townhome, and detached home markets on the west side. I'll be analyzing and comparing these markets by taking a look at their sales to active listings ratios, along with the percentage of sales that went over the asking price. I'll be sharing a lot of information in this market report video that you won't find in most generic market reports, so please make sure you watch the entire video so you don't miss anything. Let's start off by taking a look at the sales to active listings ratios for each of these markets. As you can see from the graph, the sales to active listings ratios for each of the 6 general markets have been moving at a different pace over the first 4 months of the year. Currently, 3 of those markets are sitting in a seller state, 2 of which have been there for the last 3 months, with the Vancouver East townhomes market leading the way with a sales to active listings ratio of 40% or above for the last 2 months. Please note, just as there will be differences between each of these general markets, there will also be differences between the different neighborhoods of each of these markets. Now let's take a look at the percentage of sales that went over the asking price, along with the percentage of sales that went at 5% or more above the asking price. Starting off with the condo market on the east side, the percentage of sales that went over asking, along with the percentage of sales that went at 5% or more above asking, remained stable between January to February, moved up noticeably between February to March, and have remained relatively stable between March to April. For the west side, they've been moving up gradually for the first 3 months, but saw a noticeable increase in the month of April. Before moving on to the townhome market, I want to thank you for watching, and I also want to let you know that I will continuously be providing these types of updates for the real estate market in the city of Vancouver, along with videos which have tips for buyers and sellers to help them make informed decisions. If you would like to be kept up to date, please click on the subscribe button or the follow button. Or if you prefer, you can text me or you can email me. If you are finding value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you can click on the like button or the share button so others like yourselves can also get a chance to see it. For the east side, there was a gradual increase between January to February, a considerable increase between February to March, and despite sales coming down in April, the percentage of sales going over asking, along with the percentage of sales going at 5% or more above asking, continued to climb. For the west side, it moved up gradually between January to February, dropped down to 0 in the month of March, and then moved up noticeably in the month of April. For the detached homes market on the east side, there's been a significant increase month over month, and this market is definitely leading the way with not only percentage of sales that are going over asking, but also with the percentage of sales that are going at 5% or more above asking. And finally, with the west side, we saw a noticeable increase between January to February, but it's been relatively stable since. This brings us to the first costly mistake to avoid. Some of these properties that are selling over the asking price were intentionally priced under their market values. The reason why they were priced under their market values was in hopes of generating more viewings, creating a bigger crowd at the open houses, and then hoping for more competition and eventually a sale price that's well above market value. A very costly mistake that buyers can make is to assume that properties are selling for certain amounts above market value, when in reality, they're only selling at or slightly above market value because the property was underpriced. Let's take a look at a recent sale for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo on the east side. This property sold for $60,000 above the asking price, which could lead to many people assuming that these types of properties are selling for $60,000 above their market values. But the property was underlisted and the sale price was actually only $18,000 above the market value. So that's a difference of $42,000 between the actual market value and the mistakenly perceived market value. Since we're talking about sales, let's take a look at one more to see an example of an unexpected sale price. There was an 80s built Vancouver special on the east side sitting on a standard lot that sold for 13% above market value based on the last comparable sale price. If the sales to active listings ratio was only 27% for the Vancouver East detached homes market in the month of March, after being in a balanced and a buyer state for the previous 2 months respectively, then why did this Vancouver special sell for 13% above its market value? There's a couple of reasons for why that most likely happened: limited inventory and surge in demand. Buyers who were waiting on the sidelines through the second half of 2022 are now coming back into the market because they're seeing stability with the overnight rate. This is leading to a surge in demand. Also, the pace at which these sales are rising is going at a much faster rate than the pace at which new listings are coming on the market for certain neighborhoods and property types. In addition to the inventory being limited, there is even less of it available at market price for some neighborhoods and property types due to many of the listings being overpriced. This is leading to more traffic at fewer market price listings, creating more competition and leading to some of these unexpected over-the-top sale prices. This limited inventory scenario was even more significant for the Vancouver special that I just mentioned, as that was the only Vancouver special available in the neighborhood at that time. This brings us to the second costly mistake to avoid. When properties start selling for a certain amount above market value, sometimes there's an assumption that all properties in that same neighborhood will also start selling for that same amount above market value. For instance, let's just say that Vancouver special sold for $100,000 above its market value. An assumption that can be made is that all other detached properties in that same neighborhood will also sell for $100,000 above their market value. This can result in significantly overpaying for a property. So with all this being said, is the real estate market in the city of Vancouver on fire again? Before I get to that, if you are finding value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you can click on the like button or the share button so others like yourselves can also get a chance to see it. In answering that question, let's start off by taking a look at the percentage of sales that were going at 5% or more above asking and compare 2022 to 2023. When we take a look at the month of March in 2022, which was definitely on fire, the percentage of sales that were going at 5% or more above asking was significantly higher than March of this year. When we take a look at the months of April, the numbers are a lot closer for some of these markets, but remember, April of last year was when the market was moving through the shift and then starting to slow down. Also, in 2022, there were many properties that were selling for between 15 to 30% over the asking price. In 2023, there's only a small percentage that are selling between 10 to 15% over asking, with only a handful of them going at 20% or above. Based on the rise in the number of multiple offers, the rise in pricing for certain neighborhoods and property types, and the stats discussed in this video, the real estate market in the city of Vancouver is definitely heated, but I wouldn't say that it's on fire just yet. Yes, an argument can be made that the Vancouver East townhome and detached home markets are heading in that direction, but we'll need to monitor the stats for at least another month to see if this is just a release of pent-up demand meeting limited market-priced inventory, or if it's a start of the market catching fire again. Be market-wise, monitor what matters so that you can make informed decisions. Even though the real estate market has shifted, There are strategies that you can use to improve your chances of succeeding. If you're thinking about buying or selling but don't know where to start, I have provided some links in the description section below for buyers and sellers guides. I've also provided a link there for a complimentary strategy session that is designed to help you get an advantageous head start and help you succeed in your buying and selling journeys. Or if you prefer, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me. I promise you that I'll provide you with an informative, pressure-free conversation. Thanks for watching and have a great day.